This is Machuka Nyarieko TV Talk Show, where we analyze politics and governance issues. We focus on national, local, and international news. We examine the political way of our people, social and economic. Nyarieko TV Talk Show, the house of ideas.
Hello viewers, welcome to our normal episodes, and today I will want us to look at the possibility of Ruto fighting with spirits. And my question today is, do you think Ruto will be able to fight the spirits? Do you think Ruto will be able to win the war? If yes, what are the steps, or what should he do in order to win the game? Kindly, if you are watching this channel for the first time, subscribe so that YouTube will notify you whenever we produce another episode. And for our recent subscribers, thank you so much, and please continue watching. You are our pillars. Thank you so much. Welcome back to our discussion today, which is Ruto fighting with the spirits. It is so much interesting because Ruto's war is unique. Ruto's war has not been experienced elsewhere in the world, even in the Arab Springs. This one is different, is totally different, and it cannot just be explained by taking examples from other jurisdictions. Ruto's war can only be explained by going back to our traditional settings. Ruto's trouble is not so much. It's only that he's complicating it, making it harder day after day. Why do I say that Ruto should go back to the traditional settings? In the past, when a family, a traditional African family, was exposed or was faced with calamities that it cannot explain, we had those medicine men or medicine people or overseers in our societies who explained why events happened in that same manner. And then, after explaining why events happened in a given direction, these people could also tell you what you can do in order to come out of that condition that you cannot understand. Today, we cannot go back to the traditional medicine men, to the overseers, because what is happening in Kenya today, the government does not understand it. The government does not know how to handle it. But just like the traditional way, where you are given some conditions that you have to fulfill in order to get back to normalcy. The goodness with the modern spirits is that I call them spirits because no one understands what the hierarchy is. No one understands who is fighting the government. No one understands who is giving the conditions. It is generally known as that they are the Gen Z. And this group is the most vulnerable group in the society. And the vulnerable group in the society forms the largest. It forms the largest population, actually, which is about 90% of the Kenyan population. So, the spirit is made up of 90% of the Kenyan population. Does Ruto have a problem that he need to call each and every person to come to the table? No. What does the spirits, the groups, the vulnerable groups told Ruto? Simple terms: do what is right. Do what is right. We don't want even your task forces, we don't want your invitations to talks, but do what you want to do. What is right is by him taking the constitution, taking his sword, dealing with what the young people want, the Gen Z. As I was going through some of the messages that are being posted online, I saw one of the Gen Zs acknowledging Ruto's efforts to address the problems, but he's saying Ruto is trying to address issues, but his issues is not addressing our issues. If I was to advise Ruto today, I'll tell him to meet all the conditions apart from one. Because if he meets 98% of the conditions that he has been given, or 99% of the conditions that he has been given by the unforeseen group, then that one will be left out. Everyone will forget about it. That means he can meet all of these other conditions, but the one for Ruto must go will fade if he meets these other conditions. These other conditions, he simply needs to be the man that these young people thought. They thought he was a very harsh man who will use the constitution to deal with issues. Of course, the big one in the house is corruption. I don't want to say much on what he's supposed to do because he has been given the conditions. And those are the conditions, not the meetings, not the 1 week meetings. However, it is good for the government to release some money for these young people to take during that 1 week meeting, but the conditions given is that do what is right, use the constitution, gain individuals. No one has been given powers by the public like you to use and has refused. And you know where it has reached. If you continue delaying them, it will be wrong because they only recognize you. They don't recognize these other people who are appointed. So to fight with the spirits, ask the aged, the old people, how they used to fight with the spirits. They were to meet the conditions of the spirits because you are fighting with a group that you don't see. Like now, we have these visually impaired pupils and students all over the republic. The government withdrew the funding. They are restraining at various institutions. An institution that had 7 teachers, today it has 2 teachers. These are among the Gen Zs. They are complaining. Should these people, for example, if they come to the road, do you think the police will confront them or they will guide them on where to walk to? In the other way, I'm trying to show that there is a mess even to the visually or to the special people. They are represented, but those who represent them are just like the other members of parliament who don't care about their people. Machuka Nyareko, kindly continue subscribing so as to get much of the information and ideas from this channel. Thank you so much.